What's up guys, I'm Rhett. Welcome back to Lawn Insider. We're at the 3-week mark since the reset scalp, so I'm going to take y'all around the yard and we're going to see what kind of progress we've made on that front. And I got a new string trimmer, a Ryobi 40V Brushless motor, so we're going to take a look at that as well, so stick around. Alright, so here we are in the backyard, 3 weeks out from the reset scalp, like I said in the intro there. And I'm going to go ahead and throw up a shot from last week just so y'all can see the comparison. But we're getting greener and greener with every single mow. Still got a good amount of work to do on this half of the yard on the fence side, but that's also where I scalp the hardest. But overall the color's coming in nicely, and for just 3 weeks later, I think it's looking pretty good. Now we are over in the side yard. And the side yard already looked pretty good in last week's video, but we definitely have a good change in color. So the green is popping a little bit more. You can tell that the yard responded well to the granular fertilizer app, as well as the liquid application that I put down last week. But we're rocking and rolling over here. I went with, I don't know if you can see them, because we don't have a lot of light behind me right now. The sun's behind the clouds. But I went with horizontal stripes today. I'm not really sure if they're showing on screen too much, but overall it was a pretty good mow. And then naturally we saved the best for last. We have the crown jewel here, the front yard. Also went with the horizontal stripes in the front. I would say we're pretty much at like 95% green up. I still have some yellow spots here and there, but overall it's looking really nice. I had a good mow today. The stripes are showing a lot better, so I'm excited what it's going to look like here in the weeks to come. Alright, as promised, here is the new string trimmer that I picked up last week. I got it at the Home Depot. I paid for it with my own money. This is not a sponsored video, so everything you see here I got with my own money. This actually did not come with the new string trimmer. This was just the attachment to my old string trimmer that I was using, but it will work on this new string trimmer because it was also out of the Ryobi system. So this is actually an attachment capable string trimmer. So this power head can connect to several different attachments at the base. You can have the string trimmer, you can have an edger, you can have a hedge trimmer, so on and so forth. So it is attachment capable. In the box I got everything you see here. So I got the power head and then the string trimmer attachment. It also came with a 4 amp hour 40-volt battery, which is pretty good because they make the 2 amp hour and 2.5 amp hour version. So this one will last you longer, so that's a good deal. It also came with this brush cutting head, which basically is just 2 hard plastic serrated blades. So if you're cutting through brush or just something, you know, thicker weeds, whatever it may be, where you need something a little bit more heavy duty, you would switch to this. It also came with some extra string, and the trimmer actually comes loaded already with string. I just took the string out so I could show y'all how to load it. And then this is the tool that you're going to use to ratchet the stringer head whenever you are putting the new string in. So this is the power head for the 40-volt brushless motor Ryobi string trimmer. It does have 2 settings. It has a high and a low. I think most people will probably just leave it on high. High is going to give you higher RPMs, more power, but just know that high is going to run out your battery faster. Maybe if you have a job that doesn't require as much power and you're just going through, you know, maybe grass and not as much weeds or brush or anything like that, you can keep it on that low setting and get a little bit more battery life, and I think you'll be fine. But I think most people will just have it switched on high. As far as the trigger goes, the trigger has a safety right here. That's what this little part is. So you have to press in the safety and then you'll press in the rest of the trigger. It does allow you to feather, you know, the throttle a little bit, so you don't have to go from 0 to 100. So you can build up or down, you know, whatever percentage you're wanting to trim at. That trigger does allow you to do that, does allow you that freedom. And then we're heading to the back here, and then on the back it's just where you house the battery itself. And all you do is take the battery and slide it in the back like that, and you'll hear it click, and then you're good to go. So right now I don't actually have any string in the head, but you can see that if I just pull up right here, push in the safety, and then So the trimmer is good to go. So now let's look at how to load the line. So like I mentioned earlier, the head does come preloaded with the line, but eventually you will run out of line. So I wanted to show y'all how to put the line in, how to load it. So all you do is take this little green or yellow knob, whatever color this is, the Ryobi green, and then you're going to line up the arrows with the arrows that are on the bottom of the head. Okay, so you see this long arrow, you're going to line those up here, and then it's ready to load. Then you're just going to take your line and you are going to feed it through one side, and it's going to come out of the other side like that. Okay, once it does that, you're just going to pull it at the ends to where you have an equal amount of line on both sides. And once you have that, you want to hold the bottom part, and then you can crank it with your hand like this, okay? Or it comes with this tool, okay, where you put it around the knob there and you can ratchet it like that as well, okay? But that's all it takes. That's how you feed the line into your Ryobi 40-volt string trimmer. Now this does actually come with a safety guard that would go right here, but I'm not going to install the safety guard, not because I wouldn't use it, but just because I am going to end up putting the landscaping blade or the rotary scissors attachment on this thing anyway, and you know, you can't have that guard on there when you have that blade. But this is a bump feed line, so whenever you need more line, you're just going to hit the bottom knob here, and it's going to depress while you are trimming. So if you're trimming and you notice the line is low, so like this, you just bump it a couple times and it's going to feed more line, and you're just going to continue to do that eventually until you're going to run out of line. So now I'm just going to show you how to take the actual trimmer head off and replace it with this brush cutting head. And first of all, I'll show you how to put this off and on. So to take it off, right now it's in the locked position. You can see this arrow and the lock. I will say that it came and the paint was already worn off some, but overall that's really the only cosmetic, I guess, problem I've seen with it. But you're just going to slide the arrow to the other arrow, okay, and that unlocks it, and then that comes out, okay. And then if I wanted to put it back in, I'm just going to first match it up on the arrow like that, and then just kind of the opposite process, then I slide it to the arrow and now it's locked in. But I do want to take that off right now because I'm going to put the brush head attachment on, so I'll just put that to the side for now. Alright, the brush head attachment has these little kind of brass bolts that come down, and they're going to fit in these little arrow slots. See how there's a little spot for it? Okay, so you're just going to fit those in like so, and then same story. See that arrow? We need to slide it to where it's on the lock position. So slide it, you're going to hold the base and slide to the lock position. So now we're locked in, and then I can come up to the top, fix the grass a little bit, but now I have a brush cutter. Okay, so the last thing I want to show y'all is just how to switch out the attachments. So all you're going to do there is, you see this knob right here, it's about halfway down the string trimmer shaft, so you're going to turn that and loosen it, lefty-loosey, and then there's a little metal button that fastens the two sides together. So you're going to press the metal button in, and then you just work the attachment that's currently in out. So it's that easy to take that out. So I'm going to go ahead and put that to the side for now. And then, like I mentioned, I'm going to put my rotary scissors attachment in, and it's just kind of the same process. So now I'm going to slide this one in. The button for this one's actually on the side, but there's a hole for it also. And once it's in, you just fasten the knob. Probably takes about one turn, maybe even only 3/4 of a turn. And then it's tight and ready to go. And now I have my rotary scissors attachment. So I picked this particular Ryobi string trimmer, not because I'm like super loyal to them or anything like that, but mainly because I already had a lot of the other 40 volt system. My other string trimmer is 40 volt, it's just not the brushless head, and this one seems to be handling the kind of heavy duty nature of the landscaping blade better than that last one did. That last one did a really good job for me for 3 years, but it's time to move on a little bit, and I've already got several batteries, like I mentioned, and I have several of the attachments. I have the edging attachment, and I also actually have a 40 volt Ryobi lawnmower as well that runs on the 40 volt battery. So I was already invested into the system, and it's going to cost me less, even if I have to replace this string trimmer in 3 or 4 years. It's going to cost me less to do that than to buy into a completely new system at this point. So I just went with what I knew would work and what I already had some of the resources for to begin with. This video definitely isn't a full-blown review. It's more like an introduction to that string trimmer. I really haven't used it long enough to feel comfortable, recommending it to you guys or anything like that. So maybe after a few months we'll do that full-on review. But for right now, I just wanted to kind of show you what came in the box and how some of the attachments work, how to feed the line into the trimmer head, stuff like that. Alright y'all, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up right here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. If you're liking the content and you want to continue to see more of it, hit the red subscribe button below. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave those in the comment section below. I'll see y'all again next week. Lawn Insider, out.